A resident who was concerned that Masha was in trouble because of her cries came out of her apartment and then saw the newborn. Thanks to Masha, the child was still warm and an ambulance was immediately summoned to take the newborn to the hospital. Watch on to find out more about animals safeguarding others.
Hello, affable viewers. I am Emily, a vegan goose from lovely Auckland, New Zealand. The animals from my hometown appreciate your kind work in protecting all sentient beings and keeping the ecosystem balanced for a healthy and beautiful world. I am the host of today's show, Animal Heroes, Selflessly Assisting with Pure Hearts. Welcome! I'm sure you have heard numerous stories of how people have demonstrated great courage and compassion in saving the lives of others. We animals can also feel the pain and needs of those around us, be it animal or human, and will try and help in any way possible. Here are some tales of brave animals in our world. Odin, a Great Pyrenees, is cared for by the Hindle family who live near Santa Rosa, California, USA. He is one of the 2 dogs who guard the family's 8 goat companions. Roland Tembo Hindle, a vegetarian, saved the goats from slaughter by buying them at an auction and giving them a forever home on his property. When the horrific Tubbs fire engulfed Northern California, including the area in and around Santa Rosa in October 2017, the Hindle family had only minutes to get into their car and escape. Realizing that there was not enough space for the goats in the vehicle, Odin decided to stay to protect his hooved friends. He just sat down, looked me square in the eyes, and he wasn't budging. I didn't have time to figure out what to do. He was determined to stay, said Roland. While the fire was raging and destroying everything it seized, Mr. Tembo Hindle believes Odin herded the goats quickly and carefully into a rocky area in the pasture, along with several orphaned baby deer who were in danger and sought refuge with the group. The ground and all surrounding things were hot. Trees were falling and fireballs were flying in the air. Even though Odin's white fur turned orange, his whiskers were melted, the pads of his paws were burned, and his right leg was hurt and limp, he kept watch over the herd to ensure everyone was safe. When the family returned to the ruins of their home, they expected the worst and that all their animal friends had perished. However, they soon discovered that Odin had not only miraculously saved the goats, but also some fawns. I have another amazing and heartwarming story to share. This one from Pocatello, Idaho, USA, about an elk rescuing a marmot drowning in a water trough. First, the lifeguard elk tried to dip his head into the trough to reach the furry one, but his antlers blocked him. He then used his hooves to position the drowning marmot in the middle of the trough so he could grab the desperate being with his mouth. The elk carefully pulled the small guy out of the water and placed him on the ground. He then began to gently nudge his rescuee with his hoof as if to assure the little friend that he was now safe. The lucky marmot soon recovered under the sun's gentle rays. Another touching example is this goose wrapping an abandoned puppy under her wing to protect him from the chilly weather. She used her beak to pet the little guy and helped him to sleep comfortably. What a lovely mama and great representative of my species. Animal mothers, just like their human counterparts, will do anything to safeguard their young. In 2015, a raging forest fire broke out in Valparaiso, Chile, and threatened the lives of a dog and her 9 small puppies. The canines were so young that they would not be able to outrun the flames. Under such enormous stress, the mom kept calm and quickly started to dig a hole. She continued excavating until she could fit all of her babies inside. After ensuring that they were safe, she ran away from the blaze. Rescue crews came across the puppies after the fire was out. It took them about 1 hour to extricate all the little ones. What a smart and quick-thinking mama. Afterward, locals stepped forward to adopt the mom and babies as well. I'm going to quickly swim around and snack on some yummy water plants. After the upcoming constructive message, we will profile more heroic animals who have saved the lives of others. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to Animal Heroes, Selflessly Assisting with Pure Hearts on Supreme Master Television. Poncho the possum was the victim of very tragic circumstances early in life. His mother was hit by a car and passed away. Baby possums depend on their mom to survive as they stay in their pouch. Without this protection, a joey is unlikely to live for very long. Fortunately, kind humans found little Poncho on the roadside, clinging to his mother's body, and took him to an animal sanctuary in South Carolina, USA. There were no possums in residence there, but the veterinarians at the haven decided to see if Hantu, a white German shepherd, would be a suitable surrogate mother. As you can see, the pairing worked out very well, with Hantu dutifully caring for young Poncho and giving him a ride on her back, just like a mama possum would. In a similar situation in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, a mother possum was sadly killed, leaving behind several joeys. Dog behavioral trainer Stephanie Maldonado stepped in to care for the babies whose eyes hadn't even opened yet. Then, Pritinia, her dog companion, decided to take charge and took over mothering duties. Pritinia covered everything except for nursing, which Stephanie handled by giving special milk by hand, a very time-intensive role that required feeding every 2 to 3 hours in the beginning. Eventually, the joeys graduated to solid foods like berries. Just like Hantu, Pritinia carefully takes her kids for walks, with all of them settled on her back. Cats are no less heroic. Sally, the tabby cat in Melbourne, Australia, and her human companion, Craig Jeeves, narrowly escaped a house fire. Craig was fast asleep when Sally noticed smoke and flames and quickly acted. She jumped on my head and sort of was screaming at me and woke me up. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got up, Craig said. Unfortunately, most of his house was lost to the blaze, and the fire department said it was lucky Craig got out in time. Craig had adopted Sally from a cat rescue several years before the event, and it appears she's returned the favor by saving him. In Obensk, Russia, a cat named Masha had been living in the hallway of an apartment complex for 3 years, and some residents regularly fed and played with her. One night, a baby boy was placed in a box and abandoned on the ground floor. Masha cuddled up next to the infant and kept him warm, while at the same time meowing very loudly to alert the humans of the complex. A resident who was concerned that Masha was in trouble because of her cries came out of her apartment and then saw the newborn. Thanks to Masha, the child was still warm, and an ambulance was immediately summoned to take the newborn to the hospital. Masha did not want to leave the infant's side, and the lady stated that when an ambulance worker took the baby to bring him into the car, the cat followed him and pitifully meowed. Masha even tried to jump into the ambulance and waited outside for several hours to see if the infant would return. The hospital determined the child was healthy and well. We are very proud of you for your life-saving deed, Masha. Willie, a Quaker parrot, was playing while her caregiver, Miss Megan Howard, was babysitting the 2-year-old Hannah, the daughter of her roommate Samantha Kursk. After Megan gave Hannah breakfast and walked away, Willie noticed something seriously wrong with the toddler. Quickly, Willie repeatedly screamed, "Mama, baby!" and he flapped his wings at the same time. The wing flapping and the loud shrieks, including the word baby, immediately drew Megan's attention, as Willie had never used that word before. She ran back into the kitchen and found that Hannah was choking on a pastry and her face had turned blue. Megan saved the toddler's life by performing the Heimlich maneuver, but says that Willie is the real hero. Since the incident, Willie has not uttered the word baby again, despite Megan trying to coax him to say it. Recognizing his brilliant and astute actions, the local American Red Cross chapter honored Willie with the prestigious Animal Lifesaver Award. Animals help and save others out of our inherent good nature and ask for no reward. Even though we look a bit different than you, we cherish and respect life just like humans. May all beings love and support each other so that our world is filled with peace and friendship. Intuitive viewers, we are happy to have had you with us today for our program. Up next is the Surangama Sutra, 25 Means to Enlightenment, Session 5, Part 1 of 11, on Between Masters and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. May heaven forever bless you with love and joy.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AW.